Lulu and welcome on my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on my Monstera variegated cuttings. Okay, the first update, some of you warned me already in the comments, is that the big cutting does not look great. He's not doing great because he had no root system to support him. He got thrips twice. Now he's fine, but he is not great. He has a lot of browning, a lot of yellowing. However, he's growing roots, and why I thought I could do this was because a lot of philodendrons are fine with top cuttings of I think 3 or 4 leaves. So that's why I thought I could get away with it, but now I learned I couldn't. The top didn't have a lot of variegation, so I'm fine with it. I will see what the new growth is and I will see if it can be saved, otherwise it may just end up dead. The second thing I want to talk about in general is that I am going to chop off all the old leaves because all the cuttings have a growth point and some of them have already emerging leaves. So I will cut off the original leaves so the plants will be a lot smaller, and in that way I can put them together on a tray and it saves space. Before I am going to cut them, I just want to show you this one. This was the cutting with a lot of variegation in the stem, if you can remember, and this one already has a new leaf. This one was also without original leaf, so I was very nervous if it would come out or it would rot, but this is the newest leaf. It's promising variegation. It's not too much sectorial variegation. It is almost no sectorial variegation in this one. It's all kind of mottled or speckled or how you want to call it, but not fully white, and I'm very glad. I hope this type of variegation will continue in the next leaf so that there is more speckled variegation, but a lot of it, and less like big chunks of sectorial variegation because they will turn brown and die off eventually. So that's what I'm searching for. This leaf is coming out and it looks promising. There's a little bit of sectorial variegation as I can see, but we will see when the leaf fully opens. And this one is the same. This leaf is coming out. I don't see a lot of variegation at this one, but we will see what it will be. The only other plant I had thrips on was this one, and not really on the old leaf, but more so on the new emerging leaf, and then mostly at the base. But I think I'm going to put this one a little bit aside from the others so he can't contain the other ones, but I don't know how that happened. I don't know why this one. Maybe he's more weak, I don't know. But yeah, that are the general updates. In this video I'm also going to put up the cuttings in water. They also have no growth point, so I will also cut off the older leaves. So for now I will begin with cutting all the old leaves off and then repotting the water cuttings and give you some close-up updates. So let's begin with the only cutting, which was not the top cutting, that had thrips. I hope you can see it has the thrips damage, and it is not on the leaf. It's only on the kind of stump where the leaf grows out of. Only that part is like thrip damage. So I don't know if I have to peel that away. Maybe I will, because I don't know if there are eggs in it or something. I hope not. Oh no, oh no, oh no. And you can see I pulled off a little bit of the stem. Yeah, well, it just happened, so it now looks like this. I have to be more careful, but I mean, it's going to be okay. I think I will peel off the extra layer. which normally is the protective layer. However, I think he is not protecting anymore. I think he is causing more harm because between those layers, the thrips can hide and stuff. So we don't want them to do that. Also, I will try to get every last loose hanging thing off it. Okay, so now I noticed he has 3 protective layers. I call them now protective layers. I don't know if there's a name for it, but I will call them. So this is 2. I really hate thrips, by the way, if you haven't noticed. If you never had thrips, you're very lucky. Keep it that way, because thrips are just the most vindictive insects on the planet who can destroy all your plants. So now I will do the last protective layer, and I hope they haven't damaged the leaf itself. Okay, I've got him loose from the base. However, okay. Okay, so it looks like there is no damage on the leaf from thrips. That is a big relief. I don't think this plant really liked that I did that, but you know, I really don't want any chance on thrips, so I will just spray the whole plant in itself. You know, maybe just to be sure. Then you know, I wanted to show you this. I talked about this one. I'm really happy with this one. This one was with a lot of white in his stem. I don't know if you can see it, the white, but yeah, no signs of pest or anything. I really want to keep it that way. Then we got this one. Also no signs of pests on the leaf. So I'm going to cut off the leaf, and then this one will be okay. Oh, this one was easy. Okay. Okay, so this one came loose a little bit. After this it is very sturdy, but I have to put this one back. I hope so. Then we have this one. Same thing, it does seem like it does not have any pest damage, but I will cut the leaf off because this leaf is almost there, so it will be fine. Now we're going to the water cuttings. They look like this. Look. It's a little bit browning at the edge, but nothing more. And the same goes for these. Little bit browning on the edge, but I think the top cutting has a lot more browning on the edge than these cuttings. And as you can see, they have a lot of roots. And these also have a lot of roots, and these leaves are a lot bigger than one of the smaller ones, so these I am definitely going to cut off. Ooh. Okay, so there are a little bit, 1 or 2 mushy roots. This is a mushy root. This is the root system. I find it quite beautiful. And Here's the new growth. Hope you can see it. And I will cut off the leaf. Or break off the leaf. I think the break-offs are more beautiful because it's more natural, and also the break is cleaner. Look at this. So this one I can pot up. I'm very happy with that. This one has a lot of beautiful roots also. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so happy with these roots. Here there are no rotting roots. And I'm again going to try and break it without breaking other roots, hopefully. So I'm very happy with that. This one I also can pot up, and I am so incredibly overwhelmed by the amount of roots it has. So onto these two. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Damn. I also have to separate. Oh, this one is easier. So, woo! This one is very clean. And I also can put this one up. Ooh! This one is also clean. And he has a smaller growth point than the others, but he has a growth point, so it's going to be fine. So now I will put them up. I think these are the biggest, so I will put this one, which is evidently also the biggest new growth stump. I'll put this one in this one. I only have 3 smallest, and this one is the one pot up, so I don't have smaller. Also, I'm going to put all of the cuttings in terracotta because I want them all to have the same chances, and I don't want to overwater or underwater one because he is in another kind of pot. So that's why I will put them all in terracotta pots. This one. You know, these roots are very bendable. The roots from the other one are not. So it's a lot easier when they're bendable. I will put all of the old stems of the new cuttings horizontal, so there is a limited chance of rot or something. And eventually when I repot them all in one big pot, or I will just repot them in bigger pots, I will bury them in the soil so it looks cleaner. But for now, because there are still cuttings and I cut off the old leaf, I will put them on top of the soil. Now the last one. This one is a little bit hard because I don't know if I have to put him like this because the top will be sideways, or I will help the top and be upright, but then I have these weird roots I have to bend. I don't want to snap them. I think I'm going for this because that's the safest option for the roots, and I don't want to disturb the roots too much. So this is the setup. It is next to my tie, and when there's full sun they will be a little bit shaded by the leaves of the tie. And this one is the one with the thrips, so he is standing on his own. Here are the cuttings from the water, and there are the 3 cuttings who were already potted up. I hope this makes sense to you. For me it does. And it is much easier to water them because now I can just water them and all the water will just fall into this big saucer. And I don't have to worry about leakage. Because it is terracotta and the sun is shining, it is very prone to dry out fast. And if I have under every little pot a small saucer, there is a greater chance of leakage. First this one, then okay, so those were all the mid cuttings. Here you have the full cutting, but I don't know if you can see, but the leaves are really beaten up because of the thrips. I think I am going also to cut the leaves, but I will leave the cutting or like the stick in here because I don't know if you can see it, but he has roots. And I hope the stick will produce another leaf soon, because then I can pot him up. So hi, voiceover Marilou here. The battery of my camera fell out, and when I recorded again, I didn't put my sound on. So now I'm doing a voiceover. What I was saying here is that I wanted to cut all of the leaves from this cutting because 1, I do not have room for them, and 2, if they constantly are infected with pests like thrips, it's not worth it. So I will cut them off and I will see what this stick is doing. So that was the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you liked it, please hit the subscribe and like button, and I will see you in the next video. Doei!